Not sure how much sleep is in my eye because I literally just jumped right out of bed, fixed a little bit of oatmeal, and voila, I'm here on the water. It's a cold spring this year. Everything seems to be way behind. This is usually when most of your fish are post spawn, and it's just a weird year. This lake, it seems like a lot of fish are post spawn. There's some fish spawning, and there's some fish doing, I'm not really sure what they're doing, but it's that weird stage where they're finished spawning, but they're not on the places where they need to be when it's post spawn yet. They haven't really grouped back up again, so that's always an awkward time. And then with the cooler weather, it doesn't let the herring spawn like they're supposed to. I mean, they're spawning, but the fish don't get on them until it really gets hot. So I don't know. This is practice day number 2. Didn't let you practice with me on day 1. We're just gonna ride around and see what we can find out today. Fair warning, I usually don't catch a lot of fish in practice, shake them off, and or just don't catch them because I can't catch them. So ride along with me. Welcome to Lake Murray country. This morning, basically what I'm gonna do is hit as many long points and things that I can hit for the first 2 hours, 2.5 hours. See if I can find a few fish that are grouped up on some long points and catch them on top water. Big swim bait. The water's so cool. Usually first, like right off, a lot of those post spawn fish, they don't bite a top water that great a lot of times until, you know, you start to get some water in the mid 70s. Right now it's in low 60s, mid 60s. So what I'm gonna try to do is just catch them on a little soft plastic jerk bait, maybe even a hard jerk bait, and I don't know, coordinate what the bass are doing. Freaking big. Let's see, that's a big one. I can't get my finger in his mouth. I'd say that's a big one. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. They come up schooling. And I put one rod down to get another. I threw my 5-inch diesel minnows out there. That's a 5-pounder. No doubt that's a 5-pounder. Put him back in the drink. Yeah, 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 yee. So this morning I went down to Bear, like down towards Bear Creek, towards the lower end of the lake. And I just started thinking about practice yesterday. Like, I went down yesterday and I don't think I had a bite for 4 or 5 hours. Well, I wasn't sure if it was a time of day thing, but I immediately spent like 15 minutes fishing down there and I'm already back on the upper end. It just seems like this area makes most sense. So today my objective is, I can already feel, I just got a tingle when I was up there fishing on the Lorien. When I was down there fishing on the Lorien, I got this tingle. I was like, bro, this don't feel right. So I'm back here in the middle section of the lake and we're just gonna spend our time here and learn as many spots as I can today, because I got a feeling I'll need to know, like I'll need to know a lot of places. That was a big one, that 5-pounder though. Seems like these fish are using the docks that are kind of setting on points. And I kind of figured out, I don't know if I say figured out or discovered, which I guess is the same thing as figuring out. Just gonna run around and see like what's the limit. A lot of times once you figure out, you know, where you can catch some fish at, there's like a limit. For up the rivers you can go, far down the lake you can go and still get bit. So I'm gonna keep casting around these little dark spots till I see little light spots, a little stump here and there. I'm in a little short main lake pocket. That's literally the main lake right there behind me. So I'm just gonna kind of just cast around, see what's out there. If I get bit, throw a dot on it. And then at the end of practice, we open your map up and see where the most dots is. And then that's where you start your tournament at. This showing us should be a good one. You see that little platform this dock makes? Got some extra shade there. Should be able to throw it right up there. Just let it sink. I really like that. It seems like they're really shallow though. When I do get a bite, it's not like they're real deep. Not even like 5 or 6 foot. More like knee-deep water. You get a platform like that in knee-deep water, I guess it's because it's basically hovering over. There probably was a bed. Thought for sure there would be one right here. Okay, that was a bite there. Tell you what we're gonna do, and bend him right on down to nothing. That was about the 3rd bite I had on the dock. So before I set down on one that's 4.5 pounds, let's go ahead and bend that in. Watch, they'll get that somehow, sometime. This one caught this one. I was debating on whether I was gonna set the hook on this one. And I just decided to go ahead and peg him. I probably shouldn't set the hook on this one, because I got a feeling it's gonna be a valuable fish in the tournament. He's probably, it has to be 14. Let me see. It's got to be 14 inches here. I feel pretty certain. He's a 14 incher. Yeah, he's 16 inches. It's a 16-inch fish, which means that's good. But I didn't think a fish like this would probably feel so good this week. I was thinking this week like 2-pounders would be ones that I scoff at, but even that size is really hard to catch right now. I'm having to like slow down and listen to the fish tell me what they want to do instead of just like blowing through stuff, going to what I know. So about to put it in crawl mode for the rest of the day. I'll show y'all something. This is why you should never even bend in a hook. You should just get rid of the hook completely. Y'all saw how I bent that hook in earlier, right? I'll show you something. 3-pound fish. Look at that hook. Now I need that fish for this tournament. You see that? Look at that. That hook is bent, like I can't even get him off. Can't even get him off. Unbelievable. Look at that. Like, really? Makes no sense. That's why you really just gotta get rid of the hook completely, because every time, I mean, it never fails. That's not the first time I've had that happen. Unbelievable. And then practice, you got a big open gaff hook and you can't get jack to work. Not going that bad now. I'll sincerely, these cold post spawn tournaments like this, they can go really bad, really fast. I think I can catch some fish. Quality is always the issue. Not always, but it seems like, I don't know what about quality. But this what I'm doing now seems to be pretty certain. Like you put the boat on the bank, you should be able to catch a couple fish doing it like this way. So I guess I'll just, I think if I can get like 2 or 3 more bites fishing docks like what I'm doing, then I'm gonna move on to something else. Maybe I'll fish docks way up the river or something, or but right here in this general section, pretty certain that I could spend at least one day like within 2 miles, 3 miles of where I'm sitting right now. I'm gonna swap up a little bit. I've been fishing mainly just soft plastics today. Oh God, look at this. Ay, 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 caramba, ay, yo. Oh man, oh, it ain't as bad as I thought. I've been fishing mainly soft plastic jerk bait. I fished a little bit of drop shot earlier, but I really feel like a lot of these fish that I'm catching are fry garters, fish, the bucks that are left over from the spawn. And yesterday I got a couple bites on the blooper. If you've seen the Catchco series that I've been doing called Freshwaters, me and Chris Bula, we cracked them on this bait. Now I caught a couple on it yesterday, and I'm gonna try it a little bit because I think it'll let me fish a little faster, for one, and maybe I'll catch some bigger ones. I don't know, but it just seems like I think they will catch because they're in pretty shallow water. But mainly what I've been throwing is just a little Z-Man finesse worms with a nail weight in it, red bug. You see my weights coming out, my plastic now. But very simple setups. And I think I understand why it's working better in this area, so I want to kind of continue to move actually upriver. If you think about it, we're coasting to the dock. If you think about it, so a lot of these fish, that's not gonna hit the bottom. A lot of these fish right now are post spawn, right? And this is a blueback herring lake, but something that a lot of people don't talk about. I've never experienced a good blueback herring bite when it's kind of chilly outside. You know, it'll be going off in certain places, but just like really good, usually not that good until you get water in the 70s and or you know, it's just hot. It gets in the 80s and it's not that now. So I'm trying to actually get in the section of the lake that's actually away from the blueback herring. Fish tend to stay around the banks a little bit longer where there's no herring. That's my ideology. Need a complete different location change. I'm up here up the river now. Like when I say the river, I'm up here where fiberglass boats kind of probably need to maybe try to think about not going. But I needed to get this out of my head. I remember watching a lot of the old Bassmasters back in the day. One in particular I remember, Zell Rowland did good in. They were all fishing like up this way, up here in the river. So I brought my buzz bait up here. See if I catch a few fish, if I can get a bite or two. There's a little bit of bank grass up here, which is great, because if there's bank grass, that means in the bank grass you could potentially run into catching some fish down the side of the bank grass. And who don't want to catch them in the god doggone bank grass right now? But the thing about when you start going up the river, I think should work for me. No herring up here, or very little. So obviously these fish should have definitely spawned already. But even though they've spawned, they don't have, you know, they don't have herring to go out to on the main lake or anything. They should just hang around the bank and eat brim and crawdads and little minnows or whatever comes by. They should be a little bit more likely to hang around the bank. So flip around here and see what I can come up with around the bank. Definitely looks good. But little areas like this, you'd be surprised. Sometimes they can be completely devoid of fish because of what I just said, because there's no herring up here. It's possible. Unlikely, but possible. I ain't gonna say, you know, yeah, pretty much can be completely devoid. I've definitely seen it at home, which as close as this is to home, I just have never really fished here at all. This is literally my first time fishing a tournament. I shouldn't say, you know, out of my own boat on Murray. It's my first time. I am seeing beds though, so that is evidence that there is fish that live up here. I'm seeing a lot of beds. Let me try something. Since I'm in the coves, let me try the main creek up here and see if that makes any difference, because there's definitely been fish here, because I'm seeing the evidence of bass here with all the empty beds. Perfect right here. There he is. There he is. There's a bite. All right. Looks like if you just run these docks, you get enough of them. Let's see if it's going back there on the back post. That was on this back platform corner. Doesn't seem like there's a bunch on each dock, but thank God, just something seems to make sense. It's never hard in these tournaments. Like, whatever you need to be doing to catch you a few fish is, you might not be able to win. A lot of times it takes a lot to, I ain't gonna say takes a lot, but it's to get on those like top 10 groups of fish. People don't realize that doesn't happen that often. A lot of times you're just kind of stumbling your way through. You know, you got 2 days of practice. In 2 days, you're just trying to figure out something, anything. I think I see you can catch a few fish on these dock platforms. This one up above me looks okay. It's not the best looking one. Just these little platforms like this right here. There's another bite right there. I'm swimming out. There's another bite right there on that dock. He was on the platform part of it. Usually where I'm getting bit is back here. You dropped it pretty easily. I'd rather not drop it that easy. Usually they're back there in that shallowest part. I think because a lot of times what happens is they spawn on the shallowest dock post. And so that's where the bed is, and that's where the little bucks are back there guarding the fry on those shallowest dock posts back there like that. It's the best guess I got what's going on.
Funny, at every tournament, I think I'm always like dying to get here to the event, to the tournament, and start fishing. And then after practice, I'm always looking forward to this day.
Major League Fishing, we call it the off day. It's never really an off day, because today is the day where you sleep till about 9 o'clock because you're just dead tired from all the practice and everything, and stressing out about how you're going to catch a bass and how embarrassing this could potentially be if you don't catch any fish. And then you gotta get stuff ready, get your boat ready. It's a great day because you really need this day. Like, I couldn't imagine going straight into the tournament after what just happened for the last 2 days. So my plan for today is, I think I'm gonna go into town. If you're from the country, you know what going into town means, but I'm actually trying to unhook my boat right now, so just give me 1 second. I'm not gonna even think about fishing. I'm not touching a fishing rod. I don't wanna talk about fishing. I've had 26 hours, 2 13-hour days of nothing but obsessing over how to catch a bass. I don't wanna talk about fishing for a little bit. I'm gonna let it rest. I'm gonna go into the beautiful town of Lake Murray country, which is like Newberry, Prosperity. I'm gonna get me something good to eat. I'm going to Starbucks, call a couple buddies, laugh, play, do whatever, and just enjoy this area because there's a lot to do here. I didn't realize there were so many things to do. It's a lot of food to eat, just a lot of cool stuff right here in Lake Murray country. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just chill for today. All right, so we're gonna try this. This never works. I don't care where I go, how long I stay there, it never fails. I can't go anywhere without GPS anymore, right? All right, so I'm pulling up to Starbucks this morning. I'm gonna get me, I'm gonna get this drink that my wife turned me on to.
Hi, thank you for choosing Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Yes, ma'am. Let me get a venti ice mocha.
A venti ice mocha, what else for you?
But I'm gonna get that with white cream foam and double caramel drizzle.
Anything else?
That's all.
Did you want an iced white mocha or just an iced mocha?
Ice white mocha, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
It is okay. People order this drink a lot, so I was just making sure that.
Okay, perfect.
Anything else for you?
That's all.
Alright, it's gonna be $7.90.
Yes, please.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Oh yeah. Venti ice white mocha. White cream foam. Double caramel drizzle. That's it. God, that's a lot, bro. That's like a whole Easter speech. I'm gonna grab something to eat here at this place called Roma's Tavern. It's an Italian restaurant here. Let's go in and check it out and see if it's got any good food, all right? So I had the blackened salmon with baked potato and a Greek salad. It's pretty good. I definitely recommend it. It's pretty tasty. Uh-oh. Hey!
What's going on?
Come on, cuz!
What's up? We can't wait out here. I didn't know.
I know it's a long way out here.
In the right area.
Yeah, I know. It seems like you're not going anywhere.
No, we were looking at
I bet she was probably just as worried as you are.
Yeah, I was like, is it the Circle House?
Yeah. I should have parked my truck out front so you could have saw it.
Is that where we're going?
Is that everything? Or you got?
No problem, hon.
That's all?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a good day.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Cam's here. The party's about to get started now, y'all. That's it. That's the end of this vlog. The next time you come into the channel, we'll have the tournament vlog up from here at Lake Murray. Hopefully it's a good one. I hope I'm not crying.